Okay, hello everybody. Hey, I am Christina Taylor. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from North Canton, Ohio, and I am actually here. Here's my hands. Um, I don't have the camera on my face today just because I've been working around the house. My hair is up in a messy bun, and it's been a busy day. So, but I wanted to record this video, so I thought I'll just come on and share with you the projects and just start with right at the work surface here. So I just have these supplies out. These are some of the supplies that we're going to use to make our first project right here. And I'm going to take you through 3 different projects today, all using a variety of different products and several of the new online exclusives that were just released here July 3rd. And then if you are interested in any of the products that you see used here today, you can visit my online store at stampingucrazy.stampinup.net. This is my current host code, the RSWM4BAC. You can find me on Facebook at Stamp Me Crazy. And then, of course, here on YouTube, Christina Taylor, Stamp Me Crazy. If you're not a subscriber to my videos, please, let's see, look down here somewhere in this lower portion of the video description. There should be like a subscribe button somewhere. And also hit the like button, give me a thumbs up, and feel free to make a comment. I love your creative feedback, and I always ask that be kind. If you're offering something constructive, you can do it in a kind way. That's always a good thing. So okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Since I've got everything kind of sitting here, let me just go ahead and share with you what we're using on this project today. So the inks we're using are Shy Shamrock, Fresh Freesia, and Balmy Blue. The stamp set that we're using is the Fields in Bloom stamp set. This is a new one in the annual catalog, and it is really, really a fun set where you can stamp the field of greenery pieces like the stems and whatnot, and then you can add colored flowers to it. And then there's a stem here to add some blossoms, a little hummingbird, and some clouds. So this is a fun set. I've really enjoyed creating with it, and I'm anxious to do other cards where you're doing like fall and winter kind of scenes just based on the color of the cards. One of the ladies at a class that I had the other day, she suggested she wondered what this would look like with say a garden green and a real red to kind of give you like a Christmassy feel. And I'm like, that's worth a shot. You could give it a try and see what you can come up with. So anyway, I think it's a fun set. And I think, you'll see it again. So then I'm using the mini cut and emboss machine. We're going to do a little altering of our dies. And the dies that I'm using in this project, I'm using the deckled rectangles, the perennial postage dies, which have a variety of different sizes, and some little extra pieces to kind of make tags and little holes for like ribbon and whatnot. And then this is the Greetings of the Season die set. This is one of the online exclusives. It is combined in a bundle with this stamp set here, the Greetings of the Season stamp set. And these are online exclusives that you can get now. I love the different fonts in this set and the versatility of being able to personalize it by creating, whether you want to say Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, in all the things. You can do so either in a nice script font or a nice like block font. And then this Everyday Greetings is complimentary to it. This sells by itself, but it's a complimentary set and was released with this bundle as well. So while we're talking about this, I'll circle back and stay here for a minute. So they're made to go together. So here you've got like the Happy Holidays, but you can take the happy, whether it's here or the black one, and you can say happy birthday, where's the anniversary at? Happy anniversary. So you can take words from this and merge it with this to increase the versatility of your stamp sets and the amount of sentiments that you have. And again, both are offered even in the everyday greetings. You've got the cursive kind of font and then the block font. Same anniversary and anniversary, birthday, birthday, all the things. So I think you'll be seeing this a lot, but they are online exclusives, and I would highly encourage you to grab them while they are available. So we're going to put these aside. I think I'm actually going to use the thinking of you. So I will grab that. So I'm going to grab this set back, and we're going to use the thinking of you out of this stamp set. Yeah. So, okay. And then I've got some blue, balmy blue grosgrain ribbon that I'm using as well to make a little bow. Okay, so this is the card we're going to create. Beautiful, beautiful field of flowers, and pop that sentiment up with some dimensionals and layered with the postage dies. Oops, are you done here? You can't quite see the greeting on there, but I use the "where there is heartache, let there be healing" stamp on the inside of that. So, okay, I'm going to put this over here, and we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me share with you the supplies that I have in the kit. I already got my little bow tied here. Some little ribbons there, little tails. Okay, so we have got a piece of balmy blue that is 5.5 by 8.5. I've got a deckled rectangle. This is the second to the largest deckled rectangle. So I've already die cut that for us. And that's out of the basic white. And then this is the largest perennial postage die. So I've got those already die cut in 2 basic white. And then I've taken this new greetings of the season, and I used this die in here. So it's kind of a banner tag. I went ahead and die cut that out. I am going to grab that again because I'm going to show you a trick with your dies, how you can just increase the versatility of them and the variety and the sizes of the dies that you have to offer. Okay. And let's see. Oh, and then we've got our envelope here. So let me get my Simply Scored tool. Oops, what did I do with my bone folder here? Okay, my bone folder scoring tool. Okay, I want to score this at 4 1/4. Okay. By scoring it just gives your the fold, it makes a nicer fold, and easily just flatten that with the bone folder. Okay, so we're going to do some stamping. Let me grab my white piece of paper. Actually, I'm going to stamp on the foam mat. I was going to do a piece of stamping paper there, but I do want to stamp on the foam mat because the set is photopolymer. Okay, so we're going to start with one of our postage die cuts. And I've already got the stamps mounted. So we've got the greenery pieces and then the floral pieces. We're going to start with our shamrock. I'll just go ahead and open these up. Then I've got my fresh freesia and the balmy blue. So we're going to start with this, and I'm just going to kind of make sure I've got all the greenery pieces done. And you know what? I almost stamped right on that. I don't want to stamp on that postage one. I want to do the deckled rectangle. I almost really kind of messed that one up by using the wrong thing. Okay, so I'm going to stamp that down, and I've got my greenery pieces there. And let me grab my chamois. Clean that off. Okay. Then I'm going to come in with the fresh freesia and ink those blossoms up. Okay, and then because it's photopolymer, I'm just going to kind of hover over where the openings are, where the flowers are going to go in place. And when that looks good, I'm just going to press that down. transfer those flowers. Okay. Let me clean that off with my chamois. Okay, so we've got our field of flowers here. Then I want to put some clouds. Let's say, where's that cloud stamp? Okay. So I'm going to ink that with my balmy blue. And I used this at class, so it got a lot of extra love. So I'm going to see how well this is stamping. Oh, that's not too bad. I thought it might be really, really light, but that's not bad at all. You know, when you're stamping, especially in a class situation, everyone tends to go right to the center of the pad, and that tends to be the lightest. I find that if you stamp like closer to one of the edges, you get more true to color. What's the color of the ink pad? So just stamped a couple extra clouds on there. And let's see. I think I will go ahead and put some clouds on the envelope. Let me do that. So I'm going to tuck that in. My stamping paper there. And just some clouds on there. Maybe do one. There we go. Try to clean that off. So that'll complement our card nicely. And then I'm bringing this postage one and stamp the other stamp on here. I'm going to do the greenery piece, like the little bouquet. Stamp that down there. Clean that one off. This set, you could make these, you could do tons of little bouquets and make the colors, the flowers, all different colors. Stamp that. Put that cute little pop of color there. And then we're going to put a little hummingbird on here. Just because we can. So pretty. And clean off that. Okay. So we've got the inside there. Now I need some sentiments. And I want to stamp, let's do the sentiments in the balmy blue. So I'm going to go ahead and close these two ink pads and grab some sentiments here. I'm going to do the, wait, if that's thinking of you, no. There it is. Do the thinking of you. And then we'll do the greeting inside. Where there is heartache, there is healing. So if somebody has, you know, that could be used for just somebody that's going through a difficult time in their family, or somebody that's experienced the loss of a loved one. Either of those occasions, or just somebody that really needs a little bit of pick-me-up because they're just having a rough time. So I'm going to take and stamp this on the inside. Okay. Clean that off. And so we've got that one done. I need to do this banner piece, our little label here. So I'm going to take and ink that. And down there. So I chose this, the thinking of you, which the ink is so light so you can barely see it on the camera. There you go. So, but you notice I've got like a large section of the banner that it's larger than what I need. So this is going to go across the front of my card and it's going to hang over. And I want it to kind of be a little bit more within the frame of the card, the stamped piece. So I'm going to show you how we can shorten that. Let me go ahead and, oh, this is a new Tombow adhesive, and it's just like oozing out very generously. So yeah, I don't need to even squeeze that because that was really coming out. Okay, so we've got that layered. Let's go ahead and put our inside layer on here. And we'll flip this one over because we can put that one on the front as well. Put those two in place. So we've got our inside layer with that postage die. And then our top layer for the front of our card. That's coming together nicely. Okay, so look that ink up. All right, so as I mentioned, so this banner, it's going to hang over my card. It's too big, so I want to shorten it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in my little mini machine. And I didn't grab a sticky note. Let me. Got some mini sticky notes. That'll be helpful. And I'll get my plate. So I just need the one, turn this around because I'm left-handed, so it's much easier for me. So what I'm going to do is put my my base plate on, #1 plate, and I'm just going to take this die, excuse me, and drop it back some. So it's going to end up cutting about 1 inch off. Okay, so I'm lining it up within the frame of the die. Put that down. And I'm going to take a sticky note and just use that as my placeholder to hold that in place so that die doesn't move. And then, oh, wait a minute. You know what? I think, yeah, I do. I need my other plate. I didn't grab it. Okay. Forgot that. Let's circle back here. Let's get our plate, our base one, and then our cutting one. Okay, so I had that sticky note on there, so that held that into place. And then we're just going to wind that through. Take this little guy out. Away. And see how that took that little chunk off. So we've shortened the banner. Just dropped our die down. So you can do that essentially with any of your dies, really, by just adjusting the placement. If you need to make them longer, if you need to make them shorter, either way. Okay. Let me put this back in here so I make sure I've got it with the set that it needs to go with. So out of the way. Okay, we've got our banner. We're going to put that on with some dimensionals. Put that over. Okay. And we're going to place that just on our card. So I like this much better. I just like that it stayed in the frame of the artwork there. And then I need a little, I'm just going to use some Stampin' Seal because I don't have my glue dots handy for some reason. So I'm just going to put a little Stampin' Seal right there on that little hole. And let me tweak my bow here. And there we go. And we are all done with our first card. So just doesn't have that such a soft, peaceful feeling to this card. That's what I really liked about it with the color layout and just that field of flowers. So let me just go ahead and move these things out of the way. Just put this up here. Those out of the way, and then we're going to bring another project in here. Okay. Boy, we have had rain on and off all day today. It has actually been a bit fall-like, I would say. That's how I would describe the day. A bit fall-like. And I think that's everything. Yep, I got everything on this one. Okay. All right. So on this project here, We are using Petal Pink, Pool Party, and Misty Moonlight. And this card that we're going to be doing tonight came in the visual for this stamp set. This is one of the stamp bundles that's introduced in the online July exclusives. And I loved the card example that came with it because it shows you that you can use this stamp set all year round. We can use it now to make cards for summer, and it's a leaf stamp set. But you can also change it up and make obviously fall. You can do winter and you can do then spring. I am actually having a product-based class with this bundle, featuring this bundle, the embossing folder, the stamp set, and the dies. And then you'll get an 8-card kit class. And that is for, I believe it's $75. Normally would be $90 with a class fee in there and everything. And that includes shipping, tax, and all the things. So you get all the supplies to make those 8 projects, and then an online video tutorial and color visuals for you to be able to put them together. But I'm going to take you through, we're going to make cards for all seasons so you can see the versatility of this bundle. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. I told you it's been a long day. So I've got that coming up. I believe you have to register by July 21st, I believe is what I want to say. You can always message me at stampmecrazy@sbcglobal.net for more information. I'll be happy to talk with you about that. I've got that product-based class for the month of July. And then we have a Fun Folds class coming up next week on July 17th. And that'll have a morning class and an evening class. So if you have any interest in those, of course, you can always reach out to me and register for that. Those classes are $23 for the 8 cards. So, okay, so this bundle includes a hybrid embossing folder. So let me grab the dies here. So you get these dies, obviously, that you can see here on the front. And then, so this is the changing leaves dies. You get these dies here, and then you get this. And this one is designed to go inside of this beautiful embossing folder. Look at the textures on those leaves. This is so pretty. And I'll show you it on the cardstock because I did some embossing on here. But it is made to go, let me find here. There we go. It's made to lock in place and go over those 3 leaves. You put your cardstock in there, run that through the cut and emboss machine, and it will cut and emboss these leaves at one time. Now you're going to get all these others embossed as well that you could cut out on your own. They'd be pretty easy to cut out. They're pretty straight, simple lines where these are a little more intricate, and this cuts and embosses it for you. So great, great product. And again, this is all bundled together with the stamp set. So the stamp set has several different sentiments in it. The you are amazing in every single way. Here for you. A little note to brighten your day. I couldn't have done it without you, and thank you. So all great sentiments to be able to use. And this is a photopolymer stamp set, which you can see here. And I think that's about it on this one. So let me share with you the card that we're, I've got the shimmer gems. I forgot to grab the pack of the shimmer gems. There's some little shimmers on this. So this is the card we're creating. Now, if you're doing this and you're doing it in a stamp along kit to go, you, from my, what do I want to say? July orders, you might be getting this as one of your cards. You might have these, what do I want to say? My gosh, you have one of each of these leaves. It might be in a different color. Like this one could be in the petal pink and that one could be in the pool party, but you'll have 3 of them to be able to do the card design. So yeah, easy for me to say. Words are hard today. So, and you can see the embossing on the white layer behind that. And then I've done some smoky slate with our greeting here. So let me share with you the supplies that we have in the kit. So we've got a basic white envelope. Oh my goodness. There we go. Basic white envelope. Put that aside. We have got a piece of thick basic white cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I've got my shimmer gems here. They were cut out in the packet, so you can see those little guys. I forgot the packet of them, but those. And then I've got a piece of basic white, and this was 3 3/4 by 5. And I have gone ahead and embossed that in the folder. You can see that beautiful detail of those leaves. Then I went ahead and I just die cut out a bunch of leaves, which you can see here. See, I've got a bunch of them just thrown in there. So I went ahead and just used that 3-leaf die and cut out a bunch in different colors. And then I took the photopolymer stamps and just kind of hovered over it and stamped them down. That was easier for me to do than to stamp them all and die cut out individually. I just die cut a bunch and then stamped over them because the photopolymer makes it easy to do that. And then I have already die cut the label from the die set. And so I used this one, the long one here, and I went ahead and die cut that out in the smoky slate. So we've got everything. We are ready to go. I'm going to grab the stamps. Let's see. I'm going to do the a little note to brighten your day. Put that on the block and we'll just set that aside. Let me set these over here. We're going to start by folding our card base in half. Flatten that crease. And we're going to put our leaves on first. So let me bring this back around. So I'm going to start with my petal pink leaf. Since it's the largest one, I want to place that on my embossed piece first. And I'm going to put that about right here. Okay, and then we're going to come in with the Misty Moonlight one. And well, I don't want those to touch. I'm going to pull that back a little bit. And then this one, let's see where how I want to put that. Trying to see how I want to. I'm going to do it like that and cut that portion off. Okay. Just lets you kind of see what works for what is appealing to your eye when you're setting that down. Hopefully, yeah, I'm hopefully I didn't put adhesive everywhere. So let me grab my scissors. Get some by the paper snips. And so then I'm just going to flip this over and just trim these right off. So by flipping it over, I can see where that color's coming out and just give it a quick snip with the paper snips. There we go. Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to put my sentiment on here, and I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight. Pink that. And stamp that down. Nice. Okay, and I'm just going to clean that off with my chamois. Okay. And you know what? I think I would like to put some leaves on my envelope too. So I'm going to bring, before we start putting this together, I'm going to bring that in and grab some of the stamps out of here. And since I've got, I'm going to put them on blocks. My other blocks are tied up, my bigger ones for that one, with the other stamps on it. So I'm just going to do these two. And we'll do the, let's see, I kind of feel like I should do the other one too. Just because I have that representation of all those colors on there. I might have a happy way to solve that. We'll do a couple of those leaves. Leave it off. Then I'm going to come in with the Misty Moonlight on this one. Up to right here. Okay. Let me see if I can figure this out. So I'm going to grab one of my block D because my bigger blocks have the other stamp set. I'm just going to put a portion of that on here. And I'm going to ink that with the petal pink and see if I can accomplish this. Oh yes, this will work just lovely. I'm just going to turn it. Nice. I can get all those colors on there. See, just work and improvise. We'll do another one of these right here on the front. Love that. Okay. All right, let me clean off all my stamps here because now I've got quite a mess. Okay. Clean this little guy off. Well, this is actually a big one. I'm gonna go ahead and pull that off. That back on here. And then clean off this leaf. And I think I already cleaned up the sentiment, but we'll do it again for good measure. Okay. All right. We've got everything stamped. So we're going to go ahead and layer the card and get that assembled. Post all those ink pads. And we'll bring back in my card base and fasten this down. That in place. That gives you a nice border all the way around. Okay. And then get a couple dimensionals. Okay. Take those little tabs off the back. And we're just going to offset this a bit. Okay. Come in with my gems. Okay. And just since they're on a little tab, I can just pick them off with my fingers here. So I'm just going to put 3 of the little shimmer gems right on the card. Just adds a soft little touch of shimmer to our project. And I have this little piece of this leaf that I cut off, and part of me is thinking about, no, I don't like that. I was just going to put it, it's actually just going to put it in there. I think I will. It's already stamped. And it does go with the card. So why not? Let's use it. Let's take that, flip it up, and I'm just going to have it like coming off the bottom of the card here. We'll just trim that little piece of the stem. Why not? It adds a little extra element of interest on the inside of the card. And there is our second project. Isn't that fun with those beautiful colors? I mean, you could send this summer, spring, you could send this any time of year, but I love the colors, and it really showcases the stamp set in a different way, other than you just thinking like, oh, I've got to do this, just fall cards. That's all I can do is fall cards with a stamp. So that is not the case. All right, let me clean these things off, and I'm going to bring back in some supplies for this next project. These out of the way. All right. Okay, we'll get this project out of the way. So the next supplies that we're doing, this is the card we're going to make. So we are using all of our in colors, the Summer Splash, Peach Pie, Pretty in Pink, Pop, Junior Pop, and Shy Shamrock. And then, of course, the basic beige, the new, like, just stunning cardstock color for a neutral. I love it. And then some of the ribbon. So this is the card we're making using some shimmer gems there. And I'm going to just set that aside while I'm kind of sharing with you what we're using. So we're using our 2024-26 in color shimmer gems. So we've got those. We're using Summer Splash as our ink, and we are using Versamark. I know. Have you used your Versamark pad lately? If not, you've got to get that out. It's a real gem for your crafting. And then we've got some of the basic beige bordered ribbon. So this is the beautiful ribbon that's in the catalog. It's got a little bit of texture there and it ties very easily, nicely. Then we're using the Botanical Beauty large background stamp. And I'm going to use that actually right in the stamp case. So I'll share with you how to do that. We have used the Eyelet 3D embossing folder. And then I'm using the greetings of the season and the everyday greetings. So I am going to make this an anniversary card. So I'm going to grab the, out of the greetings of the season, I'm going to take out the wishing you a, and then I'm going to use the happy and then the anniversary, wishing you a happy anniversary. So something cheerful, or we could do wishing you a happy birthday. Let's do that. We'll do that since I did this one that I'm making here. I did this anniversary. We'll go ahead and do a happy birthday. Wishing you a. Okay, so let me grab that out. Grab a block. Okay. And then I need the happy. So we're going to grab that. Okay. Happy, and then we're going to grab birthday. I will do the happy and the cursive kind of, and then we'll do the birthday and the block letter. So we'll put those aside. Again, these both are in our online exclusives released here for the month of July. All right, so the supplies that we have, let me grab these, just drop some. Oh, and that set of dies, we're using this set of dies again. So I went ahead and did this large banner that we used earlier, and then I grabbed this one out, this label, and die cut that. So these are both coming from the Greetings of the Season dies. So take care of this out. Okay. So I've got my envelope. I've gone ahead and embossed the flap of that with that eyelet folder. Isn't that beautiful? So that's a great way, a great thing to do to your envelope. So that is already embossed for us and beautiful. We've got our die cut from the labels, and I've gone ahead, that one, let's see if you can see it. If I put my hand on there, you can pick up the stitching, and I'll take that little guy out of there to get the tag there. So we've got that. Then I've got one of each of the colors, of all the in colors, in that banner tag. Then you've got a piece of basic beige that's 4 1/4 by 11. We're going to score that here shortly. And then I've got a piece of basic beige that is 4 by 5 1/4. And I've gone ahead and embossed that with that eyelet folder as well. So pretty. Okay. So I'm going to bring in my scoring tool. And we're going to go ahead and score that at 5 1/2. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and flatten that crease and just press that with my bone folder to get a nice flat crease there. Just set that aside. And we've already done our embossing, so we don't need that. I've gone ahead and tied my little bow on the basic beige ribbon. Okay, so here is what we're going to do. Sometimes the big background stamps are cumbersome for people to handle. So the great thing about our cases is you can leave it right there because it's adhered and stuck to the case. We do have a large block that you can put the background stamps on. I end up either using my background stamps on a Stamparatus or I just leave them in the case like this, depending on what I'm doing. But the block is there. I tend to use this block for other things. So I'm going to kind of show you how you can use it in a reverse manner instead of sticking the stamp on it. We're going to use it in a different way. So what I'm going to do is take my Versamark ink, which this is a very well-loved Versamark pad. It is no longer white. It's nicely gray, but it still works just fine. So using your Versamark pad, which is a clear sticky ink, it will give us a watermark image on our cardstock. So if you look, go a little closer. Do you see how all those banners have images, floral images on each one of them? And it would appear as though I stamped it in every single color. I didn't. I just stamped it all in Versamark. And it gives you that beautiful tone on tone effect, but looking like you've stamped it in that color ink. So we are going to do that with this project. So I'm going to take and lay my banners just right down. I'm going to put them how I want them to layer them on the card front. So I'm just going to lay those in place. Peach. And then lastly, we've got our summer splash here. Okay, so I've got those all in place. I'm going to take my block and push my block down on the tags. Just applying some pressure. Okay, so I've got that. So we're kind of using it in the opposite way instead of sticking the stamp to it. Get a hold of these and I'm going to flip them over. And I don't know if the camera is picking that up, but I will show you. Okay, so grab them. So do you see the floral images stamped? It'll come better on the once we get it on the card, but you can see the floral images stamped on there. It'll look, you'll be able to see the color pop a little bit more once we've got it on here. So I'm going to take and go ahead and put some adhesive on my embossed layer. And put that on the front of my card. Okay. And then layer these. Okay, that's how I want them on there. I'm going to flip them all over though, because I need to put glue on the back side. So for me, I like to start with each end and work my way into the center. And I'm going to kind of stagger these a little bit. So I'm going to put this one up a little closer towards the top. And the same with this one. These are going to be my end pieces. I just like doing this. For me, it allows me then to be able to like kind of split the difference if I'm tight on space. So if I've got my two outer pieces on there, then I can work inward. That's just the method to my madness. You can do it however you creatively like to do it. So on the peach pie, I'm going to drop it down a little bit. And the pretty in pink, we're going to go up again. I move that a little bit. I'm not pressing those entirely down yet until I know that I've got my placement the way I want it. Okay, so I like how that's placed. I'm going to kind of press them in place, turn it over, give it a little bit of a press so that they will stay. And then you've got, see the images picked up on there? Look at that. So fun. And we just used the Versamark ink, the only color of ink. You gotta love that. So we're gonna take our summer splash and I'm going to stamp the wishing you a. Okay, got that on there. Get my chamois to clean that off. And we're gonna go happy birthday. Happy, wishing you a happy birthday. Nice, okay. Clean these off. All right, so we're gonna put our tag on with some dimensionals and I've got just this little piece left. Just gonna go ahead and cut those 2 chunks off and use them. A little more than what we need, but it's okay. It's good. It finishes the sheet off. And I'm going to take and kind of put that in the center. So you can place that wherever you might like. And then I want to put my bow on here. We'll just grab my Stampin' Seal again. Just get a little bit down there. That's all we need. Place that bow right on there. So cute. Okay. So we've got that all together. Now we've got to add a little shimmer. So let's get those gems. Okay. And I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool. So we've got these in every single color. So I'm going to do the petunia and then a pink, pretty in pink. Oops. Stuck to my little putty there. And then we've got a peach pie. Okay. And our Shy Shamrock. Okay. And a summer splash. Yeah, I think I've got too much putty because it was it's really wanting to stick on there. Okay. And here is our completed project. Look at that. Isn't it so beautiful with the embossing? It's just such an elegant feel to the card. And that Versamark just it gives you a wow in like all the colors and you literally use the one ink. So let me take these things out of the way and kind of bring back our projects here. What we did today. And there you go. Okay. All right. Well, I've got to clean up my mess here now, but this is what we created today. I hope you enjoyed the projects and it's just given you a fun way to use some of the new online exclusive products that we have out. And then as well as the field, oh goodness, the Fields of Blooms, I think it was, in the annual catalog, and some creative ways to use your dies. So I appreciate you allowing me to share some creativity with you today. I hope that these projects inspired you and you enjoy creating them and making your own paper crafting projects. If you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you are looking for one and would like a copy of the current catalog, please feel free to message me. I'm happy to kind of connect with you and earn your business. I do appreciate the support of my small creative business. And I appreciate you letting me share with you today. So until we stamp next time, make sure to set aside some time for yourself for your own creativity so you can create your own paper sunshine and use it to send out and brighten somebody's day. You'll be glad you did, and they will be so excited to have received your creation. So thank you so much for joining me today. And until next time, happy stamping.